Today on Beyond, she says that anyone can contact the spirit world.
Just start writing.
Find out how. But first,
The last couple years of Mike's life, we were estranged because he didn't approve. He didn't want to be around this man that I was living with.
Carol's son Mike was killed 2 years ago, and she is still plagued with guilt.
He even told me, "Ma, he's breaking up our family. No, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna fix it. You know, I fixed it too late. It's gone." I hope James today can give me a sense of comfort and peace and answers about what happened and why.
Using his extraordinary psychic ability to communicate with spirits, he's transformed lives by unlocking mysteries and sharing secrets from the other side. James Van Praagh, best-selling author, renowned medium, and your connection to the world beyond.
Hi, Carol. James.
James.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, too.
Okay. I'm going to ask you, when I do my work, what I do is I work with your energy and I work with whoever comes in. I know that you want to contact your son who passed over because you feel somewhat guilty about how he passed.
I certainly do.
Okay. I don't know the story, so I just know that. The first thing I'm picking up around you is this family situation going on with you, and there's people here talking about your family situation right now, where you right now in your life on this earth, and that there's other people in your family that you're not getting along with, or there's been some severing in the family, okay?
Very much so.
And that you need to work at getting these people back together again. I also tell you that you need to get a medical checkup because you haven't taken care of yourself. You understand that?
Yes.
You need to take care of yourself. And I have your son here, and he's talking about my mother doesn't sleep at night. There's been problems with sleeping, like their sleeping has been disturbed. And he said my mother has not known a good night's sleep in years, okay? And there's still a lot of anger you have with a man, he's telling me. I don't know if it's his father or a man.
Stepfather and
Okay.
his father.
And there's like still anger there, and this needs to be helped. This needs to be worked on. The anger with the man in your life, the
one I just got rid of.
The one you just got rid of, but there's also, I know it's his father,
His
Michael's father?
Yes.
Because I think it's your son, Michael?
Michael.
It's his father, I believe it is.
Oh.
I think that's who it is. I'm not sure, I'm really not, but I know there's a father figure you're still angry with, that he's telling me about. And he said that's really eating you away. And there's violence here with your son, okay? With his death. There's some kind of violence. Are you aware of this?
I'm very aware.
Okay, because I feel there's violence here. Was he shot at all with a gun?
He was murdered, yes.
Okay.
He was shot to
Okay,
death.
because I'm seeing this whole like gunpowder, and I'm feeling like a whole bunch. I'm not feeling this one person though. I'm feeling more than one person involved with this murder. Okay.
And people know.
I feel there's more than one.
Somebody knows that won't tell me.
I feel there's more than one person here involved with it. Did you know who did this?
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
at all.
Okay. Not
That
far away
noise,
from his
that eats
group.
me too.
It's not far away from. It's not that far away from people around. I'll tell you right now. It's not that far away.
Around his circle of friends?
It's not that far away. It's not that far away from there. It's not one of his friends, but it's not that far away from there. In other words, and I don't know if it's JD, initials JD.
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 That's an older man that he worked for.
Okay.
And he sold things, junk cars, auctions, flea markets.
He's very excited. Your son's very excited. He's thrilling here. He's talking about money, and there was something over money, and there was an argument over money, or there were some problems over money regarding his death. There's something about money.
Yes.
Understand this? I don't know if drugs are related here or drugs involved in some way here. I wouldn't be surprised. Not that your son is necessarily involved. I don't know.
I don't think.
But there's something. I don't know what this means. I don't think he's maybe personally involved, but someone around him is, and either the money is for drugs or there's, I don't know. And it feels as if his killing was a payback or something was settled. Do you understand this at all?
Yes.
I feel as if.
That's what I wanted to know.
All right, well, this is what I'm getting told.
So.
I want to tell you that it feels like a debt or a payback. I feel like it's close. So I don't know if it's family, but it's someone who knows. I mean, it's not that far. And your son didn't die for you. Let me put it that way. I don't know if you feel that.
I blame myself because you were talking about the man that, I was with before and he couldn't stand. If I'd gotten rid of him sooner, made better choices, my son would have been home more.
You
I
know
just
what?
feel guilty.
Don't do
I
that
really
to
do.
yourself. But don't do that to yourself. That's not fair to do that to yourself. Because I don't think that has anything to do. Yeah. He said, don't. He said,
16
Mom,
years old.
stop. He said, Mom, stop. I know. He used to get impatient with
forgive
you.
me?
He used to get impatient with you on the telephone. Your son.
Yes, I
Right?
know. I remember.
He said he used to get
tease
impatient with you
me.
on the telephone. And he said, stop doing this to yourself. Stop doing this to yourself. And he said it wouldn't have made a difference, would not have made a difference. So it was something which happened outside of that situation with the man that you were with, okay?
Okay.
Could you please know that? You know what? I'm an honest person. If it wasn't, I'd
know
tell that. So I'd tell you. I mean, that's just from getting here from your son.
And he knows I'm rid of the bad elements in my life. Right?
Yeah.
I hope he forgives me. And I
But you
think,
need to take care of you.
right, I know.
You need to take care of you. You got to start putting money aside for you. Stop doing things for everyone else and think of you. You know? Yeah, okay. All right? All right, so we'll leave you with that.
Thank you so
you.
much.
He said, Mom, stop. He said, Mom, stop.
You seem consumed with guilt about your son's death, even though you had nothing really to do with it. Why are you so consumed? Why do you feel guilty?
Because I let somebody control me like that over my kids. You know, I mean, I should have been stronger and stood up more and, you know, protected my kids better and, you know,
So
not
is
let
this
someone control me, a man control me.
He used to get impatient with you on the telephone.
Same Mike that he always was, you know, and teasing me about the phone and, you know, he used to argue with me. I'd yell at him, get off the phone, and he'd like tease me and, you know, he was a clown about a lot of things. He was a funny kid, good kid.
Can you stop blaming yourself now?
I'm
Or
gonna
begin
try.
to anyway?
I'm gonna try.
We have an
I might
aftercare program.
do? Okay.
Yes. Do you feel like it's something you might want to take us up on?
Yeah, I think I may need it, you know, because I haven't dealt with it, nothing's resolved.
I think you're going to be fine. The fact that you can sit here and say all this to me, you're going to be just fine.
I hope so.
Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you,
here.
Liz.
You're going to be great.
Still to come.
She's reconnected with your father.
His mother's back together with the father he never knew.
Sometimes that could be heaven or hell, you know.
Was it a match made in heaven or the marriage from hell? Plus, can an entire audience contact the spirit world at once?
I think so.
Find out next on Beyond.
Our next guest says, for those of us who aren't blessed with James's gift, there is a way to communicate with loved ones who've passed over. It's a process called automatic writing. And Dr. Shelley Stockwell, the author of Automatic Writing and Highware Scripting, is here today to show us how it works. Everyone, please welcome to the show, Shelley Stockwell. Now, Shelley, can you explain, because I've never heard of this before, exactly what is automatic writing?
It's a feeling that writing is almost writing itself. It feels automatic. And you can very easily contact loved ones on the other side if you just relax and ask permission to just let it flow. And some of you may have had that experience, just maybe you're writing a letter and it feels like it writes itself.
Now, does this have anything to do with your subconscious?
I think it does. I think that we have a superconscious, let's call it that, a higher self that flows through us if we'll allow it.
So anyone can do this?
I think so. Let's find out.
Well, before we find out, can I ask you a question? How do we know when doing automatic writing if it is indeed the spirit that's coming through or it's not your just subconscious mind? How do they know the difference?
They'll feel it. They'll sense it. It will impact you in a kind of very gut level sort of way. That's the best way. Nobody can tell you it's real or not. You have to decide for yourself. This will be an experiment.
Okay, well, I'm eager to see how this thing works. We've given the audience some paper and pen. Those of you at home, you can follow along. Grab some paper, grab a pen, and get ready to do it. Shelley, step by step, tell us what we need to do.
All right, very good. We'll start with a little meditation. We want to make sure this is for your highest good. So everybody take a deep breath. Let it out.
Breathe, James.
Close your eyes for just a moment. We're asking today for a love letter from the other side, from a deceased loved one. So as you close your eyes for a moment, I'd like you to think about somebody you'd like to hear from, a specific person. And in a moment, we're going to program all of your cells with the automatic writing gene, the ability to let flow a message from a loved one from the other side. Now take another deep breath. And the rule is you're not to censor, let it out, edit, or judge, just relax. Now open your eyes, put the person's name at the top of the paper and start writing a letter. Don't stop the flow. Don't worry if the writing is slow or fast. Don't worry if it makes sense. Don't censor, don't analyze, don't edit, don't judge. Just start writing. Write, write, write. And just imagine they are writing you a love letter. Just let it flow, let it go, and don't be attached to how it comes out. That's the rule. And as you breathe, you might feel their energy, you might smell their smell, you might taste their taste, you might feel their being in your presence. And as you write, 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 you know that this is for your highest good. That's good. You're doing very, very well. Now take a deep breath, everybody. We didn't take too much time, but I'll bet you we have some messages out there.
Okay.
Anybody out there got a little message that you would be willing to share? Raise your hand. Anybody out there got a message from the other side?
Don't be shy. Come on, you guys.
There's
We
one
got
right
somebody
up
way
there.
up there in the back. Can you stand up for us? What's your name? Chris. Who'd you write yours to?
My boyfriend Rory
Okay, go ahead.
said, "Thank you for all that you did for me. I love you. Take care of yourself."
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yes.
Hi, can you stand up for us? What's your name?
Christina,
Christina, who's yours too?
my father.
Okay, can you read it for us?
Yes, he says, I love you very much, and I'm so proud of you. You're worth more, you're worth as much as anyone else.
Wow, that's
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Oh, that's wonderful. How does that feel to you, dear?
It feels good because our family conflict, they're in conflict all the time, so it's like a positive.
Congratulations.
Have you always felt that way about your dad?
Yes.
So it still, Dr. Shelley, just feels to me like this is something she's always felt.
Yes, and that may be true. And if she continued to do this as a little exercise and the people at home would do this every day for a couple of weeks, I promise you it'll just flow and you'll know you're getting messages and you'll feel it.
My only problem with this, Shelley, is that because of years and years of developing my ability, which I believe everybody has the ability to an extent, but I would find some of this is just their desire coming through to write that, and it's not necessarily the spirit coming through.
Yes.
And I, being the Virgo self I am and the skeptic that I am in my own way, I want to know, let them say something that that person didn't know perhaps, they have to check something out.
Yes.
Because this could just be wishful thinking.
Yes, it can be. You're absolutely right. And the proof of the power of this comes with doing. It's one of those things that gets better with practice. I've had people who may automatic write for a week, half an hour a day, and nothing real happens, and then bang, they start getting a real flow of energy, a real great message, and they know it's real.
Does
And
it matter
please,
if you use your left or your right hand? I'm sorry, we're running out of time real quick.
you know, I've had people automatic write both right and left, simultaneously reverse writing, one message one side, one message another side.
I have one question for you. Has it
Yes.
ever happened where the person's writing, and when they look down, it's the actual handwriting of the person that had passed over?
Yes, it has. It's happened many times.
Really?
And then I even had one lady who wrote everything backwards. You'd have to hold it up to a mirror to get the message, which I found very interesting. But the subconscious does think in reversals, so that might be the explanation.
My evidence would be that if it's the handwriting of the person that passed over, that's all I would need.
That's right.
Right?
And especially if it's a message that you wouldn't
message.
normally
So
know.
that's really interesting to hear you say you need some evidence.
Oh, yeah, of course. You have to.
And the best
We'll
evidence,
talk about that later. You know? Thank you so much.
You are
Thank you,
so
Shelley, very
welcome.
much for being here.
Really, really interesting stuff. Thank you, and we'll be right back.
Next,
What you showed me with you guys was an old skeleton key. And I asked, what does that mean?
will James be able to unlock the secret of the skeleton key? The answers coming up on Beyond.
Who around here was going to be going to Mexico on a trip? Talk about going to Mexico? Okay, hold on. Mexico, I'm over on this side of the auditorium here, and I'm you also? Okay, and you also? Okay, and you also? Okay, hold on. That's fine. Which one of you has something to do with school? Either teaches at school or goes taking classes or something?
We teach.
That's where I want to go to. Okay, may I come to you, please?
Yes.
Okay. There's a lady here who comes in, and I'm not sure who the Lily is or Lillian is. Would you understand that at all?
Grandmother's middle name was Salina, but that's
That sounds like Lillian.
close.
There's a lady coming in next to you here, and it's on your mother's side of the family. So I'm not sure if it's mother Is your mother passed over?
Grandmother.
Or her mother? Is it her mother?
Yes.
Okay. Did you know your grandmother very well, your mother's mother?
Adored her.
Well, she's here. She's the one who's coming in here, but she's talking about your mother very, very strongly. Now, there's a man popping in here between the two of you, so I'm not sure it's on either father's side of the family or father, okay? So did your father pass over?
I don't know him.
Oh, well, there's a father here that's come in, so it must be here, okay?
Wow.
So I'm going to go there in a second, but I want to start with this lady over here. Because as I'm opening up for the grandmother, other ladies coming in here. There's also a sister connected with this grandmother. It'd be a great aunt of yours that comes in also, okay?
Yes.
I must tell you that, all right? I don't know who was writing or who wants to do some writing. Talk about writing things. Is that you?
My mother was a writer.
Your mother was a writer, okay. She's also passed over, has she?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's reconnected with your father. She's reconnected with him. Now, but let me tell you something. Just because they've reconnected doesn't mean they're still together, per se.
Right, yeah.
Sometimes that could be heaven or hell, you know. She's showing me a key. Now, this is interesting. You guys, I don't mean to be nosy here, but oh, what the hell. You guys living together or married? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. What is the story about the old house that you got? It is an old house. I don't know if you're living in the old house. Is it an old house you wanted to redo? Or, I understand about redoing an old house or wanting to, getting a starter house or getting, like, you understand this? About, I don't know if this has happened yet or.
Well, we've been talking a lot about getting a new
Buying
house.
a new house.
Yeah.
This next year.
Well, let me tell you what she shows me. She's showing me, and this is really interesting. When I do this work, many times I will see things in front of me, and they mean things. Like when I see gold keys, it'll mean like a new house for someone. What she showed me with you guys was an old skeleton key. And I asked, what does that mean? And she said, it's a starter house. It's a house that it's a fixer-upper. Okay? It's a fixer-upper house. And she's telling me that's something you've really wanted to do for a long time, that you've wanted to have a house or create a house for yourselves. And this is how it's going to happen to you. And your mother is making this happen. There's cracks in the cement, like as you walk up the steps, there's cracks in the cement. It looks like it was neglected, this house. But I got to tell you, she's really telling me that you're going to have this. I also will tell you that puppets, your mother showed me puppets. I don't know if you knew a little boy, she used to make puppets and used to do puppet shows.
Yeah, I used to make puppets.
Okay, well, she's acknowledging that. She's just
That's pretty specific.
very specific, yeah. There's a little girl around you, a little girl who's around you, okay? There's a little spirit girl around you. I don't know if this is someone you lost in a miscarriage or in a, does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, well,
Yes.
she is around you and she's helping you, and I'll tell you, she's one of your guides, okay? She's one of your guides, and she brings joy to you. I'll leave you with that. Love from everyone over there. God bless you.
Thank you.
There's a little girl around you, a little girl who's around you.
James talked about a woman, a baby, as your guide.
Yes.
Did you
yes.
understand what that was all about?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to get a little emotional.
Really? Why?
Well, I had a miscarriage.
Oh.
And, but since then, this little girl appears to us, and she's actually woken us up in the morning talking to us sometimes.
Scared me to death.
Oh, you've seen
I'm not
this-
used to that kind of stuff, so it scared me.
Hold on. Stop everything. Okay. So you see this baby, and Carrie, you've seen the baby too?
Heard a voice.
You heard of? Oh, you heard a voice. Is that
little
all?
child's voice in the bedroom, like 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's a starter house. It's a house that it's a fixer-upper.
We've been totally talking about it. In fact, we were just talking about it
Last night. Yeah.
But what surprised us is we didn't think we were going to be buying a fixer-upper. So we're hoping that if Carrie's mom is helping us from the other side, that she's also going to help us manifest the income to fix up a
Yeah, the
fixer-upper.
fixing-upping part. Yeah.
Not too much of the fixer-upper.
Right.
Who were you hoping to connect with when you came here today, Roby?
My grandmother, exactly who we did, and especially Carrie's mother.
She's my only living relative, so it was really, really important to me. So I'm very excited.
Puppets. Your mother showed me puppets.
The thing that I thought was outrageously specific was making puppets. Who makes puppets? You know, I made puppets.
Well, thank you both so much.
Thank
Very
you.
nice meeting you, and good luck with that baby.
Thank you.
And the house.
know, I want to thank you all very much for tuning in today, but also I want you to take some time to look around your life and see who's important in your life that you haven't validated or told them that you love them lately. Because you know what? You might not have tomorrow. Don't take them for granted. Love them today. Thank you very much, and we'll see you back here later.